Welcome to Let's Do English. In today's video, we are going to learn about compound sentences. Hi folks, hope you're all doing great. I want to take this time to thank you for your love and support. If you just happened to stumble upon my channel here, or if you have been here quite a few times, I want to encourage you to be a part of this fantastic community. With a few keystrokes on your keypad, you can help play a substantial role in growing this community in a way that benefits everyone. Let's get started. We all know how to construct simple sentences. However, it is important to learn how to connect sentences together. If you're looking for a higher band score in IELTS, or if you're looking to advance your English skills, it is imperative to learn the different sentence structures. I recently did a video on complex sentences. Feel free to check it out here. Let us dive into compound sentence structure in detail. A compound sentence is one that connects two independent clauses together. An independent clause or a main clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb and forms a complete thought. Hence, it's considered a sentence. Let us look at the example. He went to the bookstore. This is an example of a simple sentence. It's got the subject he and the verb went and forms a complete thought. Let's take a look at the two sentences here that are closely related. He went to the bookstore, he bought some books. He went to the bookstore has a subject and a verb and forms a complete thought. So does the second sentence. When we combine these two independent clauses with the help of a coordinating conjunction, we have a compound sentence. There are different ways to form compound sentences. The most common way to form compound sentences is by using coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions go by the acronym FANBOYS, where F stands for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so. Each of these conjunctions portray a certain kind of relationship between sentences. Here is how you can form compound sentences using coordinating conjunctions. We have the main clause punctuated by a comma, then we have the coordinating conjunction followed by the main clause. Let us discuss each of these conjunctions in detail. For is used to express a reason. It's similar to the word because. He works long hours, comma, for he has a project deadline. And is used to connect two similar ideas. She went to the bakery, comma, and she bought a few delicacies. Nor is used to demonstrate non-agreement between statements. She didn't like the color, comma, nor did she like the design. But this is used to contrast ideas. I started the project, comma, but I haven't finished it. Or indicates alternatives. Do you want to go to the cafe, comma, or do you want to go to the mall? Yet is used to contrast an idea that was originally presented. She sang well, comma, yet she didn't win the contest. So indicates consequence. Another word for this would be as a result. It was raining, comma, so I carried an umbrella. Coordinating conjunctions serve many different functions. Let us take a look at these sentences. She read and listened. The coordinating conjunction and connects the verbs read and listened. Here is a second example. Do you like pizza or burgers? Burgers and pizza are nouns that are connected by the coordinating conjunction or. Let's move on to the next one. This place is beautiful yet serene. The two adjectives beautiful and serene are connected here with the help of the coordinating conjunction yet. Let us look at the last example here. She spoke calmly and confidently. Calmly and confidently are adverbs that are joined by the coordinating conjunction and. Here is an important thing to take note of. There is a coordinating conjunction present in each of these sentences. However, these sentences should not be mistaken for compound sentences. For a compound sentence, you need two subjects and two verbs. The easiest way to form compound sentence is to add a semicolon between the independent clauses. Let's look at the following examples. He tried a new dish, semicolon, he enjoyed it. She went to her favorite bakery, semicolon, she bought a cake. Note that in these cases you actually don't need a conjunction, nor do you need a comma. The third way to construct compound sentence is by using conjunctive adverbs. We all know by now that conjunctions are connectors. When adverbs act as connectors, they are known as conjunctive adverbs. It is important that you use the correct conjunctive adverb. Here is how you could form compound sentences using conjunctive adverbs. You must also take note of how these are punctuated. The main clause is punctuated by a semicolon. Then comes the conjunctive adverb that should be offset by a comma, and the second clause follows right after. There are three punctuation symbols here. First the semicolon, then the comma, and lastly the full stop. Here are a few examples. She was tired, semicolon, hence, comma, she left a few hours early. Here, hence is a conjunctive adverb. I found this book helpful, semicolon, in addition, comma, it had some great discounts. We had a lot of fun at the event, semicolon. However, comma, it was overcrowded. Here is a list of conjunctive adverbs that you could use to connect independent clauses. We could use the following to indicate a sequence or a series of steps. First, finally, next, then, subsequently. To indicate contrast, we could use the following. However, rather, in spite of, instead. Now, to show addition, you could use the following. In addition, besides, furthermore, moreover. To show emphasis, indeed, of course, certainly, especially can be used. Now, to illustrate, we could use the following. For example, namely, for instance, that is. To show cause and effect, one could use thus, hence, therefore, as a result. To show time, you could use the following. Before, now, since, meanwhile. For comparison, you could use similarly, likewise, in contrast, on the contrary. There are multiple ways to punctuate a compound sentence. Here is an example. It was a pleasant day today. However, we didn't explore a lot. We know how to punctuate a compound sentence when the conjunctive adverb comes between the independent clauses. We would punctuate this in the following way. It was a pleasant day today, semicolon. However, comma, we didn't explore a lot, full stop. When the conjunctive adverb appears at the start of a sentence, you would not only punctuate it with a comma, but you would also punctuate the previous clause or sentence with a full stop. It was a pleasant day today, full stop. However, comma, we didn't explore a lot, full stop. This structure is also one that is commonly used. Now let us take a look at the other ways to punctuate this compound sentence. When the conjunctive adverb appears in the middle of a clause and disrupts the flow of thought, we use a comma before and after the conjunctive adverb and continue with the rest of the sentence. It was a pleasant day today, full stop. We didn't, comma, however, comma, explore a lot, full stop. Now, when the conjunctive adverb appears at the end of the clause, you use a comma to separate the clause from the conjunctive adverb, and you would also end the sentence with a full stop. It was a pleasant day today, full stop. We didn't explore a lot, comma, however, full stop. I would highly recommend that you use conjunctive adverbs when constructing compound sentences in IELTS. This would help you fetch a high score since it not only requires knowledge of conjunctive adverbs, but it also requires knowledge of how to punctuate these sentences as well. We are here at the end of the video. Thank you for staying with me till the end. I hope that constructing compound sentences will now be a cakewalk after watching the video. The best way to let me know that my videos are helping you is by subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos. Let's get this channel rating up. If you're interested in enrolling for a few classes, or if you're looking to get your essays evaluated, feel free to get in touch with me. I look forward to seeing you all soon with another great video.